Hello. You weren't expecting this, were you? We're at 8:01 today. We're so close to being on time. Unbelievable. Ambrosine, good to see you. Mousimus, hello, hello. Musically inspired, Brandon, good to see you. Yeah, it's an EJ evening for Twitch today. Blaholtzen, good to see you. Happy Crimson Tuesday. 8:01. I'm so happy and proud that we got I'm here at 8:01. Um, yeah, it's an art stream tonight. And let me know if the music versus my voice, that whole thing, what the levels are like. I actually found the shuffle button on the FalcoSoft MIDI player, and I really like it. It's a really cool MIDI player. We'll see if the volume does that same funny thing that the Winamp was doing last time, but we'll see. Yes, Crimson Tuesday, art, 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 art. Yeah, I've got a couple things in mind for tonight. We're definitely going to go back to the old man and his fish and his bucket. But I thought it also might be fun, to do another little Art Nouveau piece again. And I had a problem when I was making the Crimson Gazette today, and last night. I saw something in Creative Cloud that is different from CS2, and it confused and frightened me. And I'm glad Mousimus is here because I'd like to ask him about it. But yes, speaking of the Crimson Gazette, the June issue of the Crimson Gazette came out today, and it's up on the site on the links, which should be here. Yes. Oh no, not that one. Jim Plays Games. Good to see you. Thank you for subscribing. 2-month subscription. Happy Crimson Tuesday to you, Jim. What did I links? Well, oh yes, that's the one. Yeah. So the last link on the Nightbot bunch of links right now in chat is the dev blog, and if you click on that, it'll take you straight to all of the dev blog, and the top one will be the June stuff. And I guess you guys would already kind of know some of that stuff that's in there. Talking about working on the Playdate game, being art director for that, and Lockdown Con, which you probably also saw the links for in chat today. Dan and I are going to be on different panels for Lockdown Con, which is June 26th and 27th. It's an online event, and I'm on the kickoff panel at 10 Pacific, which I think is 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, or Eastern Daylight Savings Time. And it's the Indie Revolution, and it's going to be a really cool panel. It's going to be me, 6 other people, including Xalavier Nelson, whom I'm working with on Space Warlord Oregon Trading Simulator, and Recommendation Dog for Playdate. That should be a lot of fun. Yes, I'm stoked too, Blaholtzen. And Dan is on the Composer panel at 7 p.m. Eastern on the Sunday, so on the June 27th. So that's going to be good. And it's funny because his panel is called The Score, which we call his when we stream Dan streams music streams, we call it The Score with Dan Polakar. So it's kind of funny that the panel is called The Score as well. So that should be a lot of fun. What else? And yeah, of course, if you want the Crimson Gazette delivered straight to your email box, you can subscribe on the main site on crimsondiamond.com, and that'll happen for you too. But of course, I always tweet it out or everything, so you won't miss it if you follow me on something or other. That's that. And how is this MIDI player treating you guys? What do you think of it? I'm pretty pleased with it. Like I said, thank you for the suggestion for FalcoSoft MIDI player. I really like it. It actually, I don't know if I could show it. It's great. Look at this thing. I'm sorry for the endless recursive loop, but it's got the little keyboard here. Here you can mess with the tempo of things, I think. Maybe. Yes. Look at that. This is great. Evil Tentacle, good to see you. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, this is a great sound font, first of all. And then the fact that I can play with all the stuff I wanted to with the tempo and everything, and it's got a little keyboard, it's really cute. Cosmic43, good evening. Congratulations on your launch. I've bought your game, and I have to play. I bought it on itch.io, and I will play it at some point, I promise. Artistic Coolies, good to see you. Hello, welcome back. Yeah, so this is Falcosoft MIDI player, and the shuffle button is kind of beside the regular play buttons, and I'm kind of really enjoying it, I have to say. Yes, Cosmic 43, good luck with that launch. I hope it's going well for you. Okay, so that's that, and next is I'll say it again, Happy Crimson Tuesday, and I did make new earrings. And if you check out the Crimson Gazette, you'll see some close-ups of the earrings. I talk about them a little more. And they kind of figure into the rock talk we're going to do today, which is going to be one of the stones that are in these earrings. Yes, the Corruption Within, Cosmic Void 3. If you want a link in chat, please put the Steam link in chat. It's really cool looking. I can't wait to play it. Okay. Yes, these earrings, we're going to talk about earrings next. These ones I made on the weekend, and they are lapis lazuli. The blue is lapis lazuli, and the red is rubies. So we're going to be talking about rubies today because we already talked about lapis lazuli. Rubies are a little bit different from the other ones I've been covering. It's considered a precious gemstone and not a semi-precious gemstone, and we're going to get into that in just a little bit. But yeah, I really am quite pleased with them. They're a little bit more work than the other earrings that I've been showing you guys, and we'll see. Well, I'll show you guys close-ups of that. Yes, big mug. It's not bigger than my head, okay? Like, this is my head size. I know when I have it close to the camera. No, it's not the same size as my head. And also, of course, if we have the big mug, we have to show the big coaster that is the same color as my skin. Tika, good to see you. Good to see you, Tika. Awesome. Yes, Eating with, good to see you. Yes, the Corruption Within. Beautiful dithering, fantastic palette. I really love your choice of palette of Cosmic 43. I'm not good with using purple, and I admire anyone who can use purple well. The Deluxe Tux, good to see you. Welcome back. It's always good to see you. That being that, we're going to get into, I guess I'll introduce myself before I talk about rubies. My name is Julia Minamata. Welcome to stream. I am the indie game dev behind the Crimson Diamond, which actually I will show the trailer before the rubies. Yeah, I'm making an EGA text parser mystery adventure game set in Northern Ontario. And it's me and Dan. Dan Polakar is the musician on the game. And every other week we stream music and art. So this week is an art stream. I'll be showing upgrading some introductory sequence art, maybe playing around with in Photoshop Creative Cloud again, just maybe recreating another Art Nouveau piece. This one is a particular favorite of mine that is actually in the game, so it might be fun to play with that. But yeah, next week, hopefully, I haven't checked with Dan or confirmed, but next week, hopefully, we're going to be live composing music, as usual with Dan. And he did a fantastic piece last week. It's up on the YouTube channel, and I recommend that you check it out if you're interested in seeing what it's like to compose a piece from scratch to pretty much done, and on a Roland MT32 to boot. So it's kind of amazing to see what he can do when he's not distracted. Yes. So Eden With has also played The Corruption Within. Very, very good. Yeah, I can't wait. And of course, I do have, as of last art stream, I do have new channel point rewards, which were show a watercolor cat card and show artwork from my illustration career. So feel free to do that whenever you guys like. And I guess first off, I suppose, well, you know what? Let's see, it's 8:10 right now. Trailer first or rubies first? I guess, you know what? Oh, Grindoslav, thank you for the redemption of watercolor cat card. Okay, we'll do that. Just answers my question. It's going to be a watercolor cat card first, and then we will do the trailer, and then we'll talk about rubies and what's so cool about rubies. Okay, so rubies. Okay, Eating With also says rubies. Okay, we'll do rubies. We'll do rubies after the cat card. Okay. So this is a bit of an older one. This is from 2009, and Dido has a friend in this card. And actually, I'll show you. Um, so last week I showed this one, which is 2017. This one is 2009. So you can see there's a bit of a progression in terms of the complexity of some of these cards. So this one was from 12 years ago. I've been doing these cards for a really long time. Yes, this is Dido and friend. This is Leo. Leo is the gray tabby, and he was our first cat. We adopted him when I was 9, I think, and he lived a good long life. Davor, thanks for the raid. Awesome. Yes, yes, Yash LFG. They're playing Yahtzee, a tradition which continues to this day. I play Yahtzee with my mom quite a lot. With this very same set. It's a deluxe Yahtzee. And it had these gold flecked dice. Well, they weren't real gold, but gold flecked yellow translucent dice in the Yahtzee Deluxe. And it had a lined cup and everything. Davor, thank you so much for the raid. And yeah, I play Yahtzee a lot. It's mostly luck, of course, but there is a fair little bit of strategy there, I will say. But yes, Leo lived a good long life, 22 years. Dido lived about that long as well, but Dido was much younger than Leo in this painting. And you bet the cats cheat at Yahtzee. I bet they do. Hello, Davor. Thank you so much. But yes, that is the 2009, and this was a happy birthday card from my mom. There we go. So thank you, Grindislav, for the redemption. We're going to do the trailer. And so yes, the Crimson Diamond is kind of an old school style game, but Dan and I like to say it's how you remember the old games being and not the actual reality of how they played. I try to make it a little bit more easy to use. I try to make the text parser more forgiving. I have a tutorial room in the game where if you've never played a text parser game, you can be walked through some of the most basic commands, and hopefully with that you'll feel more comfortable playing the actual game, because text parser is not that common nowadays, although I really love it as a way to interact with a game, and there's a few people who do it, and I want to see more of it, and I want to see more people enjoy it. Oh, Yosh LFG, you had the same set? And you played it with your mom last weekend. You mostly played it with your grandparents. Yeah, it was a good set. So we ended up having to replace the dice. We played Yahtzee so much that the corners of the dice started to wear and get rounded. So we had to buy new dice, and I colored the pips in with different color paint, so that it was easier to distinguish them. And it's kind of really fun to have them all be different colors. And eating with the oldest your cats made it was 18, 19 years. Yeah, our cats, they had a nice time. They had good long lives. Ah, interesting, Deluxe Text. You've played a number of modern text adventures. Going back to Zork or Planetfall, there's a definite spike in difficulty and frustration. Yeah, I can see it. I think back in the Zork days, the space was at such a premium that, even if they wanted to make the text parser a bit more flexible, they probably were not able to. Yes, Musically Inspired does recreations of you did a recreation of a CGA adaptation of a Space Quest 6 screen. I love stuff like that. I actually sometimes I do EGA demakes on stream as well. I haven't done that in a while, so maybe I'll do one of those at some point, or finish the ones I've actually started. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna play the trailer. So Dan cut this trailer, and it's just gonna give you, if you've never played a text parser game before, it's gonna just give you hopefully a quick idea of what it would look like, what to expect. What I like about this type of game is that it's not rushing you. You take it at your own pace. The game progresses when you want it to progress. So I would like to encourage people to explore and try things. Um, the game hopefully will not accidentally progress you, and it'll be very clear what to do to progress the game. Oh, Albionium, your cat sitting right now? Ah, cats are great. Cats are my favorite. You don't know if they could play Yahtzee, but you'll have to try that. Well, I mean, if you roll the dice for them and you kind of if you agree on a set of signals with the cats, then you can see if they want to keep something or not keep it. It can be done. All right, let us get to the trailer, and let me know if any of the music or anything is too loud. Here we go. Excuse me. Crimson, Ontario was once a prosperous, lively mining town. But that was a long time ago. Now it's quiet, nearly deserted, and some folks aim to keep it that way. Nancy Maple is an aspiring mineralogist assigned to follow the trail of a dazzling diamond. An intriguing cast of characters has converged under one roof, each meaning to get their own way. Or else. Will Nancy untangle the mysteries and machinations before it's too late? Will the sleepy town of Crimson shine once more? Find out in The Crimson Diamond, an upcoming adventure game by Julia Minamata. The Crimson Diamond demo is available on Steam and itch.io for Windows PC and Mac OS. Okay, there we go. Oh, thank you, Brandon. I appreciate it. And Dave Voice says, as someone who's played a lot of remote D&D, your cats will roll your dice whether you want them to or not. Yeah, the cats like dice. In fact, Dido would sometimes sit on the table, and yeah, they would like to tap at the dice a little bit. But yes, it's kind of great. Yash LFG, I kind of love the fact that you could recognize the exact set of Yahtzee that we play. Mm. So that's that. So let's talk quickly about the rubies, and then we'll get into Photoshop Creative Cloud. And then I will ask Mousimus what on earth is going on with the cropping tool in Creative Cloud. It was very upsetting. We'll get to that. So these are earrings I made, and yeah, these are rubies, and they were, relatively speaking, they were not cheap, but they were not expensive considering they're rubies, because rubies also get classified according to a very similar system that diamonds do, which is cut, clarity, color, and carat. And these are considered C grade rubies, so they're not very clear. They're quite opaque actually, and the color is not as red as most desirable rubies would be. Most desirable color of rubies being pigeon's blood is the color for whatever reason. But let's talk about rubies. And rubies are a little bit different, like I said, compared to some of the other rocks we've talked about on stream, which were carnelian, malachite, and lapis lazuli, because those are semi-precious and rubies are considered precious. So let's get to that bit. So here we go. This is a chunk of Burmese ruby. Burma is one of the kind of foremost producers of rubies, and this is what people tend to think, I think, when they think rubies. It's a beautiful red color that is pretty transparent. Yeah, Jim plays games. Pigeon's blood is weirdly specific. Yeah, yeah, but that's the color they consider more like a bright red for, yeah, yes. And here's another example. This looks like a chunk of watermelon, doesn't it? But yeah, here's an example of a ruby that is not nearly as translucent as clear, so the grade would be much lower on something like this. But it's still ruby. It's still aluminum oxide. And ruby is actually of a mineral called corundum. Same as sapphire. Sapphire and rubies are actually the same, but the only difference really is color. And so rubies are red corundum, and sapphires are blue corundum. The red color comes from chromium in rubies. Makes you think of a Tootsie Pop. It's a forbidden watermelon. Yeah. Um, but that brings us to another of the rejected names for the Crimson Diamond. I mentioned before, that painting, the girl with the pearl earring. I was briefly considering calling the Crimson Diamond the girl with the diamond herring. That didn't fly. And another rejected title was the Corundum Conundrum. It's not good. Yeah, they're the second hardest gem behind diamonds. Commonly known, yeah, they're commonly known as the second hardest gem behind diamonds. But there's actually something that's between corundum and diamonds, and it's called moissanite or moissanite. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but moissanite or moissanite is between diamonds and rubies in hardness. And it's actually a really good and cheap alternative to having diamonds, and they actually have more fire and sparkle in them than diamonds do. So anyone who is looking for whatever reason, diamond jewelry, if you want something that's cheaper and actually has more brilliance, moissanite is a good way to go. It's Moissanit, I believe, something like that. Yes, the corundum conundrum, horrible, really bad. The corundum conundrum is pretty funny, but the crimson diamond just happens to be better. Yeah, it's not ideal for marketing, is it? Yeah, they're extremely cheesy. Yeah, diamonds are very overrated. The supply is heavily controlled by De Beers, and that's why the price is kept the way they are priced. They are a very poor investment because it's almost like buying a car. It's like right after you buy it, it loses so much of its value um, on the secondary market for whatever reason. Yeah, thank you. It's always Sammy. Good to see you, by the way. The current title works the best. Yeah, absolutely. Jim plays games. You can make diamonds artificially. You can make rubies artificially. Yeah, you can make these things artificially, and they're chemically identical to the natural ones, and they're actually often more flawless too. Anna, good to see you. Anna CGG. Yeah, it looks like meat or watermelon, but this is a ruby, and it's actually a very included ruby, is what it's called, and I'll explain what that means. And speaking of Anna, this is the beautiful coaster that Anna sent me. Look how smooth and gorgeous this is. Maple strip, Douglas fir on either side. Um, and I think this should still work. Yes. So Anna underscore CGG is a dear friend of mine from Victoria, BC. Her and her husband have a business where they do custom cabinetry, and they also use end cuts and reclaimed wood to make beautiful crafts like cutting boards, butcher blocks, coasters, and yeah. So if you are in Victoria, you need cabinets, or I don't know if you guys are doing markets yet, but go on, Sama. Good to see you. Hello, hello. Yeah, but she does beautiful work, gorgeous work. The name. Oh wow, the Corundum Conundrum. The name is already taken. Marcus Lear Mysteries. Okay, well I'm glad I didn't use it then. Released in 2019. Oh good. You're working at the shop right now. Big wood. What kind of wood, Anna? Hmm. Just gonna look at my Ruby notes. Okay. Here's another example of rubies. Rubies come, of course, I said in a variety of colors. Pigeon's blood being the most desirable. I believe it's called pigeon's blood. And then from anything from purples to even blues, and of course blues are called sapphire. And rubies. This is what I guess people would think of when they think of rubies. This cut specimen that has high, translucence, a very strong color. Um, Even still, the Crimson Diamond's release date. I'm gonna have to keep. Don't worry, I'll keep changing the release date for the Crimson Diamond, so don't be concerned about that part. Yeah, this looks nice. Ruby is considered it is considered a cardinal gem, which is sort of the best of the best, most coveted type of gem. Um, Included in that is amethyst, sapphire, emerald, and diamond. So those are considered the most sought after, I would say. Yes, and moissanite is Moissanite. It is harder than rubies, but not as hard as diamonds. Yeah, I know amethyst, Dave. Well, I agree. I guess they think of amethyst like the really deep purple amethyst, but I never really considered amethyst to be nearly as precious as rubies or emeralds or diamonds or sapphire. One of these is not like the other. Maybe it's a color thing, right? Because the emerald is green, rubies are red, sapphires are blue, diamonds are white, and amethyst is purple. So maybe they just wanted one of each color. Yeah, I have no idea. Oh my goodness. Wow. So James' uncle in Princeton used to go into the river and get rubies and emeralds and gold and platinum. Holy cow, that's amazing. Yeah, Anna, I mentioned that that mineral store that we found when I was visiting you. You bought panning supplies, I think you said, to go pan in a river, and I was really intrigued by that. How did that go? Sakana Kao, good to see you. Yeah, Jim plays games. All these gems make you think of Steven Universe. I want to watch that. Is it any good? Because I do love that idea of having the gemstones like that, as personified or anthropomorphized. This is a star ruby. This also happens in sapphires as well. When rubies, certain types of rubies are, if they're cut into a cabochon shape, which is a dome, you can get this beautiful convergence of light rays inside. Um, oh, good. So Steven Universe is really good. Okay, good to know. Oh, you haven't had time to pan yet, Anna? So yes, please, Anna, when you pan the river, please let me know. I'm so excited to hear if you find anything. Yeah, this is star ruby, and the reason it does this is because inside every ruby is something called it's called rutile needles of titanium dioxide. There's really no such thing as a flawless ruby. They all have these like very fine threads of rutile needles in them, and when the light kind of shines through them, it refracts the light into such a star pattern, and it's kind of amazing, and it does look magical. Goemon Sama as well. You haven't watched much Steven Universe, but what you've seen is really good. I have been really interested in that show, so I'm glad I hear you guys are saying good things. Yeah, it looks like it would grant wishes. So this is one of those things where I would love to have, a star ruby or star sapphire. It's called asterism. This star effect, and it can be a 3 point or a 6 point. This one is a 6 point. Let's see. Right. So here's another example. So they don't even have to be particularly good specimens for that star to become apparent. So this is something I'd be interested in. Um, to get kind of a not a great specimen, but just to get that star effect happening, the asterism, I want one. And I'll eventually get one, I'm sure. Hello, Militant Braylor. There's only flawless fatalities. Yeah, there's no such thing as a flawless ruby, but we will get to something very interesting, where there was a very popular classic Hollywood couple that it took 4 years for for one of them to find what he would consider a flawless ruby. Although there is no such thing, it's probably the best ruby that ever has been. Yeah, this is kind of amazing. And here, this is a piece of jewelry that has sapphire and ruby, and we can see that they both can do that amazing asterism, the star ruby, star sapphire quality. And this is kind of incredible, isn't it? And I think the first time I knew about the star rubies or star sapphires is there's actually a Nancy Drew book where it's on the cover, and I think it's the whole point of the mystery or something. Yes, I love this. I love this so much. And we're going to talk about some famous rubies. Oh, first of all, yes, I mentioned historically they're mined in Thailand and in Cambodia. And you can make them. You can make them artificially. This one's not artificial. You can make them artificially. They've been synthesized, and one of the uses for synthesized rubies is ruby lasers and something called masers, which apparently someone won a Nobel Prize for. Masers, which sounds like a thing I'm making up, but the M in maser stands for microwave. It's some kind of particular kind of laser maser thing. And there's again, Nightbot's got the lockdown con information. June 26th and 27th online. 1 p.m. Eastern is when I'm going to be on the first panel, and Dan is going to be on a panel on the Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern. You've heard of Mazers, Blaholtzen? Lucas, hello. Good to see you. How's the game coming along? The game is coming along. Um, I had some work to do on Space Warlord the other day, so I wasn't the other week, so I wasn't really able to work on it. But this week is going to be Crimson Diamond for sure. And what I'm doing right now is I'm polishing off and adding a few things here and there to Chapter 4, and then I have to test it. So it's about 90% done. It's been 90% done for a while. What about phasers? Oh yes, Mazer Rackham is in Ender's Game. Yes, that is true. But Mazer with an S, Maser. Yes, it looks like a crimson diamond. Nancy Drew. Of course, Nancy Drew is another inspiration for Nancy Maple, clearly. But yeah, so the thing is another use for ruby lasers was range finding. So that traditional beam of red laser light that you would find on scopes and stuff. But that's since been replaced with other types of lasers. So there's actually not. Another use for ruby lasers was drilling holes in diamonds, which again that same use has been supplanted by other types of lasers. Many adventure programmers in the 80s and 90s utilized mazers in their games. Mazer. I'd never heard. It sounds like you're just trying to rhyme laser with something. Oh, cool. Sakana Kao, a friend of yours, did mazer research in his graduate studies. Oh, that's cool. And Anna, you remember watching a Pink Floyd laser show in Toronto when you were 9? That is also very cool. But yeah, the thing about rubies and the so-called cardinal gems, although besides diamond maybe, they don't actually often get used for many practical purposes, I would say. So rubies don't really seem like they're used for much besides jewelry, especially because ruby lasers have kind of fallen out of favor for the most part in most uses. But stuff like, for instance, lapis lazuli, which we talked about before, which is the blue in these earrings, that was used as a paint pigment, for instance. It was very highly prized. Same with malachite. Carnelian was used in signet rings, things like that. Yes, maser would be micro. I think that might be right. Microwave amplification by stimulated emission of radiation, something like that. It's always Sammy. You're going to use maser in your next game of Scrabble. I recommend it. Everyone will think you're having them on. Lurk. Okay, Lucas. Please continue to lurk as much as you like. So this particular ruby is yeah. So I can't really talk too much about uses of rubies because they're not really used for much. But when it comes to cardinal gemstones, what we get is this fascination with particular specimens. A lot of them have names, for instance. They go for completely um, incredible prices on auction. So this one here we have. This is in the Smithsonian Natural History Museum. This is a 23.1 carat Burmese ruby, set in platinum with diamonds, and it was donated. It was donated to the museum by a businessman and philanthropist. His name was Peter Buck, in memory of his late wife, Carmen Lucia. And Peter Buck, I looked this up. Peter Buck co-founded Subway sandwiches, and I kind of love this the contrast of him being like the Subway sandwich mogul, and also having this incredible piece of jewelry that he's so kind enough to donate to the Smithsonian for everyone to enjoy. I think that's amazing. Yeah. Yes, militant Braylor, exactly. The purple from the Renaissance came from a particular snail in the Middle East and was worth a pound of gold for a small vial. Yes. Yes. It's called Tyrian purple. And it's kind of incredible to think of how important pigment and dyes were back in those days, and how that really differentiated you in class, um, and wealth. Just the color of your clothing. It was a big deal. Hugo Two's maze is not good. No. Larry 3 does have the jungle maze. Yes, pigments from crushed bugs, flowers, and toxic lead. Yeah, the crushed bugs was carmine. Yes, yes, and they still use that. They use carmine in food, which is kind of scary, but it's natural. So hey. Oh, cool, Anna. You talked about the bamboo maze in Larry 3 with Al Lowe. Sweet. Yeah, Anna underscore CGG co-hosts a podcast, and they've had some amazing guests. They've had Roberta and Ken Williams. They've had Al Lowe. They've had Laurie and Corey Cole. I've been on it a few times. It's natural, like cyanide, exactly. But yeah, so this piece is if you go, and I actually went when I was a kid. Went to the Smithsonian Natural History Museum, and I was blown away by what I saw. Even back then, I loved rocks. And we have This Is What I Mean by Flawless Ruby. Richard Burton, when he married Elizabeth Taylor, he told her he was going to get her a flawless ruby. And 4 years later, he was able to get what he could consider a most flawless ruby, although of course it wasn't flawless, but the most perfect color is what Elizabeth Taylor said. And this piece was made by Van Cleef and Arpels. And the necklace, I'll just go push ahead. So the necklace that you see that she's wearing here is this one here by Cartier. And let's see if I can just look at my note here. This is an 8.24 carat ruby ring. It was a Christmas gift from Richard Burton in 1968 to Elizabeth Taylor. It sold in 2011 at auction at Christie's for $4.2 million. The pre-sale estimate was 1 to 1.5 million. Yes, exactly by Holton. I will give you a physically impossible gemstone. This one is close enough, and it was. And I love this Van Cleef and Arpels piece. I love the little little gold bead like bits in it. I think it's gorgeous. Of course, it's gorgeous. It better be gorgeous for $4.2 million. But it is very nice. You better hope it's nice. Yes, it's a little fancy. It's a little fancy, but yeah, Elizabeth Taylor had a vast jewelry collection, and when it all sold at auction, I think it garnered more than $100 million all told. Yeah, DNA based exactly. It's weird to think about pigments, oil paints, and stuff like cadmium red, and this stuff is full of the element cadmium. Yeah, if it's not actual cadmium, we'll say something like cadmium red hue or something, where they've come up with a safer alternative to cadmium red hue, cadmium yellow hue. An issue with artists and painters is some of them would lick their brush. My art teachers in high school would do this. Oh, Paul M. Friends, and thanks for the follow. I really appreciate it. My teachers in high school would lick their paintbrush to get the point, and sometimes you're using like cadmium based paint. It's not a good idea. Don't do that. Yes, thank you, Anna, for the link to the Allo interview. Oh, and it has a cute slideshow. Perfect. Yes, this jewelry is pretty. Bling bling, sparkle sparkle. Yes. Oh, and the Kisei Tenchi is mentioning the uranium glass and pottery. I think it uranium or radium, where they would do like show the watch dials and stuff, and the women would lick the brush to get that point, so they could paint the watch faces and things. And then there was that glass that it would fluoresce under UV light, which is quite popular, but it was radioactive mildly. Yeah, radium. Yeah, I think it was radium Deobor. Yes. Yes, beautiful, beautiful jewelry. This is gorgeous stuff. Yes, Radium Girls story. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, don't, you know what? Just never lick your brush even if you're pretty sure what you've got is safe. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah, so here's the Cartier piece, which is of course also gorgeous. This piece is interesting. So this is the Liberty Bell ruby. This was the largest mined ruby. It is 4 pounds of ruby. Yeah, arsenic based paint is fine for licking brushes. Um, I think didn't one of them doesn't one of them taste sweet? Was it arsenic or cyanide that tastes sweet, or cyanide smells like bitter almond or something? Arsenic is a beautiful green color, so you could use it in mints, things like that, paint, all kinds of things. Lead-based paint was a big problem, you know. Yeah, cyanide. Cyanide is the bitter almond, I believe. But yeah, so this is a 4 pound ruby. It is 8,500 carats. Um, and you might not be able to get an idea. Of course, it's carved as a Liberty Bell. I think that kind of goes without saying. But to give you an idea of the size of it, here it is. This is a ruby. This incredible Liberty Bell thing, and they put 50 diamonds in it. It was valued at $2 million, which is actually not a lot considering it's a 4 pound ruby, but it's not a very good quality ruby, I suppose. Yes. Oh, nice, Anna. I'm glad to hear you're busy. Big pieces of Western maple. Yes, please send me pictures. I love your pictures. Yes, and yes, I'm so glad to hear that you're busy, and I hope to see you at some point again. Oh, you named the songs on your EP after substances and bitter almonds, but you forgot Blaholz, and I think it's cyanide. But yeah, this piece, believe it or not, was stolen in a heist, which is a great word, and I don't know if the word is ever used when it's anything but something like a gem or treasure or something. A heist, a 2011 heist. In 2014, four guys were arrested and indicted, but the piece was not recovered, and they think that they'll never find it. So this thing is somewhere floating around in the world. Yeah, exactly. Is the ruby cursed? I don't know if the ruby's. Oh, Art Burklaus! Art Burklaus, awesome. Thank you for the raid. Thank you, thank you. Awesome. And Art Burklaus, that's perfect because it is an art stream tonight. So perfect, perfect timing. Yes. So if you see a 4 pound ruby carved in the shape of a Liberty Bell, it has been stolen, and you should notify the authorities. Yes. Yeah, we're talking about rubies for a little bit. Then I'm gonna move on to Photoshop pretty soon. Heist was a great movie. I don't know if I've seen Heist. This piece is the Sunrise Ruby, the world's most expensive ruby. It's the most expensive colored gemstone. It is 25.59 carats, and it is set with about 5 carats of diamonds. It's sold for $30.42 million US. And it was estimated to have gone, the pre-auction estimate was 12 to $18 million. It went for 30.42. I guess apparently colored gemstones are trendy now. So yeah, it doesn't really look that fancy or even that big. Yeah, Seknako, I agree. Heist sounds like a generic name that probably has a bunch of more movies than just the one. Yeah, it's pretty big. It's pretty big. It's not as big as a 4 pound Liberty Bell, so I probably should have changed the order of those two things. But yeah, so this is another significant ruby that there is. And here are my rubies, and I don't know. I'm sorry that the it doesn't really matter that this is not oriented properly, but this is a close up of the kinds of rubies that I bought, and these are not as good of a quality, but you can tell that they're rubies. They've got a bit of color in them. They're heavier than you'd expect. They're more unique. There's no banana for scale. I'm so sorry. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, you can see the finished piece here on my ear. Oh, Millicent Braylow, you got a weird fantasy. You die, you want your body to be converted into gems and socketed into your skull. That can be done. There are services that will take ashes from cremation and turn them into diamonds. But I don't think they're going to be big enough to actually. Well, I mean, you could socket them into your skull, but they wouldn't take up a lot of space. Um, because I think they require about more than a pound of ash for about a carat or so of diamond. Yeah, that would be pretty rad. It also sounds like a really good way to make a Horcrux. Hope you looked at the blog. Yeah, so here are the close up. Yes, it's the first step to Lichstone. Yeah, I'm taking someone's ashes and turning them into diamonds. Yeah. Oh, that's cool, Art Burkles. I didn't know there's a culture in South or Central America that decorate their dead with gemstones. Do you know what kind of gemstones, Art Burkles? I'd be interested to know. And it would be good fodder for D&D campaign. Yeah. Jade. Okay, interesting. Yeah. So here are the close up of the earrings. Yeah, the blue is lapis lazuli. I believe it's grade A lapis lazuli. You can see some pyrite in there. And yes, uh, the C grade rubies that I believe, even though they're C grade, they still cost a princely sum of about $6 each. I would say. Um, so they're not that cheap. You have to buy 10 at a time, approximately. Oh, Blahos, I'm glad you like these two colors together. Mm-hmm. Yeah, eating weight 17. This is where we've gotten to. Using gems as phylacteries to become a lich. That is where we are right now. But yeah. Also, of course, I picked the red and the blue color because, of course, Crimson Diamond is red and blue, that the logo is red and blue. So I wanted to do something in that kind of vein. And also, I know this is not advisable, but when I played Magic the Gathering, my deck was red and blue because I didn't want to have to deal with the monsters and the creatures and all that stuff. Red and blue deck, and now I'm making a game where the logo is red and blue, and yeah, now I've got red and blue earrings now. Um, but it might be interesting to see if I could get some carnelian, which would be redder than this, and see about making a different set of earrings. Oh, cool, Dave. So red and blue is a good Magic the Gathering combo. I had no idea. I still don't. We played Magic the Gathering very casually, my sister and I. I just like that color combination. I kind of always have. And that, yeah. So that is the Ruby show and tell. We are going to move on to some artwork. I suppose. Oh, you know what? I forgot to turn the music back on. I'm so sorry. Here we go. You mean fun, Dave? Well, you see, the creatures are for nerds. My sister played green and black. Are there gemstones in that EGA light red? Yeah, I would say the Hudson Carnelian is probably more of that color. So let me actually have. I can quickly show you that color, and I think it is closer. Yeah, so this color might be more of that kind of red. I did a kind of another talk about carnelian a while back. But actually, if I go to the very end of this, you'll see the earrings I made, and the color's actually pretty good. Yeah. Here we go. So I made these earrings, and the color, yeah, the color is a pretty nice little red. And in the light, they do kind of look that lighter, brighter red. Yeah, yeah. So that was that one. And I don't know about next art stream what gem I can talk about because I'm kind of running out. Oh, you know what? I know what it's gonna be. It's gonna be a real showstopper. Is the music too loud? Let me know. And we're gonna head over to Photoshop now. Okay. Oh, cool. Paul Franson's a dev. His adventure game Beard in the Mirror is extremely enjoyable. If he has a Steam link, the Deluxe Tux, please drop it in chat too, because I love having devs here. It's kind of awesome. Music is fine? Okay, good. So what we have here is a Toulouse-Lautrec Art Nouveau poster. This poster is in Margot's boudoir. And I think I showed it. One moment. I'm never gonna find it. It is in the boudoir. And I did a pixel art version of it. And I might do sort of a really quick... I might do a real quick rendition of it to Oh yeah, that's right. Mouse, are you still here? Yeah, Militant Brailer. They look like jelly earrings. They look like they definitely look like boiled sweets. Oh, nice. Costas and Sarah were on your ET art stream. Okay, Maximus. When I was making the Crimson Gazettes, all my images in the Gazette are 476 pixels wide, and so usually when I do that, you know, if you look here in the upper left, there's a bunch of different ways you can crop stuff. And I think this is the one I want, width times height times resolution, but there's no writing here. So, which is width, which is height, which, you know, if I wanted something 476 pixels, I guess it's this first one. And then pixels. Why wouldn't they just have the text there? Yes? Okay. Because I panicked when I saw this because it doesn't have any words. And this arrow thing doesn't make any sense. Although I think that's there in CS2 as well, but it's not labeled like it's supposed to be labeled. Oh, cool. Great. Thank you. Another rock came. Sweet. Okay. Beard in the Mirror. Thank you, Deluxe Talks. Yeah. That's good to know. Okay, so I was thinking about recreating this because the boudoir does have it, and of course I can't find it now. I wonder if I've got it. My everything is a mess. Why can't it just be here where I want it to be? It is not. Rest assured, it is there. Although I can't find Art. Wait, is there an Art Nouveau? Oh, is it an Osmo one? Okay, yes. Okay, perfect. I found it. Boudoir. Oh. Of course the boudoir one is not here. Fantastic. Great. I'm trying to just rack my brain. Is it on... Okay. I'm just gonna check OBS real quick. Militant Brailer, thanks for the follow. Thanks for the follow. While I'm gonna muddle around and go on the internet to look for my own image. This is ridiculous. What is wrong with me? Oh my gosh. You know what? Just take my word for it. I made a pixel art version of that. We might work on this in a little bit. But we should probably get started. It's only been nearly an hour, so why don't we get started on some pixel art for the game. Okay. Okay, width, height, and resolution for physical printing, so 8x10 is 300 pixels an inch. I use it because I wanted everything 476 pixels wide. Oh, Infinite Julia still? Is it still Infinite Julia? Infinite Me, not Infinite Me. Okay, hopefully you're seeing Photoshop right now. I think, yeah, it actually does work when you do it that way. You can type in the PX and the PX, and that seems to work. Let's see if it does what it's supposed to do. Yeah, okay, it did it. It did it. Anyway, we might play with that in a little bit, but we should probably do a little bit of work. And I razzed Dan for not getting any work done. Should probably do some work. This is the piece we've been working on for a really long time, and I should probably do some work on it. We are back to Doug. Yeah, someone has to do some work around here. Dan actually has a channel reward that is Get Back to Work Dan, which I appreciate. But he also has a channel reward where he can show off something from his really cool collection, which is also cool. And sometimes he'll do it completely unsolicited. So we were just working on, yeah, I can already see on this left hand side here, this is not looking mixed up enough. We're gonna need to add some tree branches over here. That shape is not doing it for me. Oh, there's the boudoir. Okay, thank you, Evil Tentacle. Okay, I'm gonna just grab that really quickly. Isn't that sad? I prep for these guys. I really do. Take my word for it. It's always Sammy does cause most of the derailment in Dan's stream. He doesn't need much help, but I think it's part of the process. He's an artist. So let's see. Okay, I'm gonna... Oh, perfect! Thank you. Okay, so let us add to photos. I'm gonna do this in the most roundabout way possible. I'm gonna email that to myself, and then I'm gonna make it so you guys don't see my email box. Give me a second. We'll get it by hook or by crook. We'll get it. Okay. This piece, yeah, this is not even going to be on the screen for that long. But that's how we do things here. Okay. Photos. No, I swear, Tuesdays are my prep day. I'm. They are. Add to photos. I promise that they are. Okay. Oh, oh, good. You're looking at it, art book list, the comb over, the 2 pixel comb over, in the boudoir picture. Yeah, I think Dan probably does spend each day sitting in the window and yelling at squirrels. Whatever he's doing, it's working. So don't mess with success. And oh, okay, this is completely maddening to me. Okay. Oh, oh, oh. No, I don't want. Yeah, Tuesday is my prep for a stream day, guys. I made a whole slideshow about rubies for you. Okay. Okay, I sent it to myself. Let's put this on Big Julia so you don't see my Gmail box. Okay, good. Right. And then we will have this thing that took way too long to get to. Okay. Okay. Back on track. Somewhat. Okay. Thank you, Evil Tentacle, by the way, for this. So sad. I really like the Falco Soft MIDI player. It's really doing the trick. Okay. Right. Photoshop is Shift 8. Great. Great. Okay, we've got it. Okay. Haha! Thank you, Evil Tentacle. Yes. Okay, here we go. This is it. Oops. Beautiful. Okay, great. Yeah, here's the guy. There's the piece. Not bad. Not bad. And we will play with that in a little bit, but we should at least try to do a little bit of work. Yeah, Dan stream prep. Is there a stream today? What are we doing? And I'll say, I don't know, Dan. We'll do something. We'll figure something out. Okay. Now we're in business. Okay. And yeah, like I said, this left-hand side just already at a glance. I need to mix this up a little bit, so we're gonna add some branches. $20-hour lesson over the next 2 days, Deluxe Tux. Prep was 3-hour walk to run it through in your head. That's a good way to prep. Oh, Cosmo 43, cool. You're inspired by the mannequin. She appears in a room in the mansion. Oh my gosh, now I really can't wait to play it. This thing. And what's so funny about this dress form is it's way bigger than Margot is. It just wouldn't even work. Oh well. But yeah, we'll play with this Toulouse-Lautrec piece in a bit. Although one thing I do want to say before we actually get to work is so this is something I love about Art Nouveau posters, is how relaxed this lettering is, how natural it is, and how it just works. Freehand, I love it. Yes. Wow, yeah, 2 days of 10-hour lessons each day is a bit taxing. No, I have not heard of Ken Bailey, who makes retro pet posters. Is he the one who does the pet paintings where they look like admirals and stuff? Well, the dress form is, I guess, supposed to be for Margot, or maybe it's just decoration in her place. You know, maybe it doesn't. She's not really using it. Okay, let's get into this now. We've been here an hour and we have not done anything, so let's do something. Okay. Here we go. So yeah, like I said, we're gonna probably want. Okay. We are gonna want not purple. Opacity 50%. Why? And as usual, this is the music from the Great Canadian Tune Book, which is MIDI folk tunes. I need to break up the shape and I don't know how. Let's see. What is Nightbot putting down there? Lockdown Con, yeah, June 26th, 27th. And yeah, the Playdate game I'm working with Sweet Baby Incorporated on. Although I do have a Playdate unit, but I don't have like the dock or the cover, and I kind of want them. And I'm wondering if I should ask in the Playdate forum, are we gonna get first dibs on ordering the cool dock and the cover? I don't think so. I'm kind of scared to ask because I want them. I will order those. You know what? No, it's not working for me. Maybe I should let some of the sky back in. Don't ask, demanded. Couldn't have to ask. I gotta check. I gotta check the Discord. Maybe they already addressed it. I'm so bad with Discord. I get. Well, there are a few Discords I have to stay on top of, and the rest of them just I completely ignore. It's really awful. But the ones I need, I am on top of, but most everything else, unfortunately. Eden Wade wants to know we can come visit you and try out the Playdate when Sweet Baby releases the game. Why not? Why not? I was actually playing the latest build today with it on the unit, and it is really cool to see, like this game that I did the art for on the Playdate with the crank and everything. It's really cool to see. It's delightful. I just am tickled pink every time I see it. And I wish I could show you, but yeah, I can't. Blaholson, you're getting one? No, Blaholson, I think they said that, yeah, it's not going to be like a limited release or anything like that, so you should be able to get one eventually. Yeah, I want those accessories. Dan said he wanted one too, but Dan wants all the stuff. I don't know if Dan is an accurate measure considering he was bidding on a second Roland MT32 that didn't even work. But no, I'm glad I have one because I would have wanted one anyway. It's just super cool. Yeah, someone has Doom running on it. Yeah, someone puts Doom on everything. Yeah, NDAs here ruin our fun. Yeah. Yeah, I don't even like talking about stuff that I can't talk about. I don't even like saying, well, I can't talk about this, I can't talk about that. So I tend to keep my mouth shut even more than is actually necessary because I don't like that. You know, I don't like the tease of it. So I don't even mention stuff really. Only just to say, I'm sorry, Crimson Diamond stuff is a bit delayed because I'm got other stuff I'm doing, but I don't go beyond that. Because yeah, if you can't tell people stuff, I don't know. I don't like that feeling. Doom is a hello world of games. It's true. And your friend who wants to eat paint is also getting one, Blaholson. So what we have is a broad spectrum of people who want to get a play date. So that's good to know. They've got a wide audience. Yeah, it looks like there's an RPG on the Playdate. I want to know a lot of these games. I want to know even how they work. There's an adventure game on the Playdate. Oh, anyway, thank you. You're saying I did a pretty good job of not leaking my involvement with Playdate. Um, I, I could have done better. I could have done better because sometimes, sometimes I got sloppy and I left the Playdate simulator on my desktop. So that happened. I should have hidden it. um, yeah. Oh well. You know. Um, and I think on my web browser, one of the tabs on my web browser is Pulp, Playdate Pulp, which is their their in-browser game making software. So that was probably also there. But anyway, yeah, I could have been better about it. But yeah, that's fine. You guys are talking paint. You're talking Bear or Sherman Williams paint. I missed the paint discussion. Oh, acrylic. He eats acrylic. Ooh, I don't know if that's a good to eat acrylic paint, Blowholzen. If I had to pick a paint to eat, if I had to, I would pick oil paint. Oh, you know what? I might pick watercolors. Because what all watercolors are pigments and like gum arabic, I think, which is water soluble. So that's probably the most edible. Yeah, this food grade paint. You get tempera. You can get egg tempera. Evil Tentacle would eat gouache. It's very chalky. Egg tempera must have eggs in it, right? So that has to be something. Yeah, Art Burkle, you're saying you're gonna pick watercolors like me. Yeah, eating with it's actually really easy to use. I think I'm not violating any NDAs by saying that. I really, I think it's a really cool. I think it's a really cool little browser thing that they have there. Just gonna. Yeah, maybe I don't want to. Yeah, maybe I do. Hold on, I'm gonna see if this is gonna just make it not good. Open it up a little bit. Yes, we've gone from discussing lichdom to eating paint. Congrats, everyone. We've run the gamut of conversation. It's going to be nothing but silence from here on in because we talked about everything. Yeah, like egg tempera is egg, right? Egg and pigment. That's probably the most edible of any of the paint. And I think I've mentioned before at my high school, there would be rats that would get into oil paint and eat the paint and leave Technicolor poop. I know at least for rats, watercolor is edible. But yeah, my pick is egg tempera. And their announcement, yeah, I really like the Playdate update video. They did a really good job of just showing everything, all the coolness. Oh yes, I'm sorry. Yeah, like yeah, the rats did eat the stuff. So the oil in oil paint must be somewhat edible for some creatures. Oh, Brooklyn, you made egg tempera. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna I'm gonna look up egg tempera paint because I think we could definitely eat it. I've been derailed. Egg tempera recipe. Hmm. Okay, rats will eat anything. Okay, so they've eaten baseball cards. There's yes, there is. Well, edible clay, like kaolin clay, will sometimes be used by people who have pica. But particularly, I think pregnant women will eat clay. They'll have this urge or craving to eat it. Um, so yeah, I think that can work. Okay, in Kisai 10, she says rodents will eat plastic insulation. Elmer's glue is non-toxic. Library paste is non-toxic too. And I don't know what library paste is made of, but I think it's the old stuff is made of something natural, right? Make your own. Okay, egg temper paint. Okay, let's find out. Make your own temper paint. What are the ingredients here? Okay. Eggs and food coloring. That's fine. That's totally fine. What? Liquid watercolors or food coloring? Linseed oil is edible. Okay, fully edible. I win. I win. Yeah, yeah, totally. It's actually good for you. Yeah, so Kisai Tenchi, library paste is sugar, flour, and alum. How poisonous is alum? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Chemical compound. Okay. Can we? What is alum safe to eat? Someone's already asked this question, you guys. Although alum is approved as a food additive by the U.S. FDA, it is toxic in large doses. Well, everything is toxic in large doses. Okay, what is alum good for? Health. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, like exactly. What is large? Alum. It's oh, ooh, there's a sweet taste. Soluble in water. Okay. Yeah, so we can eat library paste. It's totally fine. We can eat egg tempera. Oh, alum is in old cartoons? Oh, well, I can tell you what it's generally used for. What colors will give us our most daily nutritional requirements? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Uses. Aluminum-based alums have been used since antiquity. It is used in antiquity as a flocculant to clarify turbid liquids, as a mordant in dyeing and in tanning. It is widely used in treatment of water, medicine, for cosmetics, in deodorant, in food preparation, in baking powder and pickling, and to fireproof paper and cloth. Ooh, alum is also used in styptic pencils, those to stem bleeding from shaving nicks. That's where I would know it from. Fascinating. Ooh. Okay, I'm sorry. We're gonna, yeah. Okay. Yeah, some of those words I like when it's when two or more of the words I don't know. And in that alum explanation of what its uses were, I don't know what a mordant is, or the other one. It's kind of fun to read like that. It is a flocculant to clarify turbid liquids. Okay. Now you know. I don't know what mordant is. I haven't a clue. I don't know what a flocculant is. I don't know what flocculant is, and I don't know what turbid liquids are. So. But. Your friend Blaholtzen should eat egg tempera, is I think the conclusion to all that. Oh, eating with you like the lake peeking through the tree branches? Yeah, I think I don't want the composition to completely flow out the sides, but hopefully we can fix that a bit. And it doesn't really look that realistic for it not to do that a little bit, you know? So yeah, I needed I think to give it a little bit of just a little bit. Otherwise it just kind of looks like a wall. Yeah, that definitely helps. Okay, over the treetops. Good to see you, by the way. Welcome back. Turbid liquids are usually liquids with visible solutes that make the liquid look cloudy. So I assume flocculant is some kind of, yeah, gathers that stuff together and brings it down. Used in medicine when we describe bodily fluids that contain pus, sediment, or etc. Ah. Ah. We're learning so much here today. I should set this to an educational stream. Thank you for learning with us today. Bloodholton, you have a science question? You've come to the right place. Please ask it. Oh, Yasha LFG, you used to flock your pool. It's a solution or material that causes the smaller particulates to clump and fall to the bottom. Perfect. Perfect. I learned something today. Oh my goodness, Bloodholton. In physics, both gases and liquids are fluids. So can a person's breath and farts be considered body fluids? There's probably different designations for liquid and gas for physics versus biology, I'd assume. I would assume. Both gases and liquids are fluids. Yes, fluid in a medical sense, yeah. So yeah, it's just different, definitions for the same word. Which there's probably a word for that. Yeah, this is helping give depth, I think. It was too much of a solid shape before. So that's nice. I'm glad we're working back into this then. Yes, colloquial terms over the treetops, exactly. Yeah, of course, yeah, many things called vegetables are actually fruits. Of course, the famous example being tomatoes. Do medical science and physicists fight over this? No, I think they keep in their own lanes, Beholzen. And look at each other suspiciously. Yes, peppers as well. Bell peppers are fruits, for sure. Anything with seeds in it, really. Yeah. Carrots have seeds in them, don't they? Yeah, bell peppers are awesome. I had some for dinner today. Very nice. They can be sweet. Although I do know that apparently in Japan, kids tend not to like bell peppers. And in that movie with the emotions Inside Out, that scene where the girl doesn't want to eat her vegetables. Depending on the country, it's either broccoli or bell peppers or something else, depending on what kids tend not to like in that country. Carrots go to seed like grass does, Kisai Tenchi says. So when you cut a carrot cross section, I feel like I can see like little seed things in there. No? And Carrot Top over the treetops assumes Carrot Top greens flower. I'm trying to think of other fruits or vegetables that are designated the opposite thing. I think I read that tomatoes are designated as vegetables for some type of classification, for some taxation reason or some other type of reason. They have a reason for classifying it that way, at least for tomatoes. I don't remember why. Yikes, second a cow. You read a comic featuring Yoshi and his mother. Yoshi didn't want to eat a penguin and his mother served it to him and he was crying. Yikes! Yikes! Oh my gosh, okay, I'm gonna check this out. Yes, potatoes are vegetables and french fries are considered vegetables. Oh my goodness. Oh, I see. Okay, well that makes sense. So in 1995, Yoshi's Island manga shows that he doesn't want to eat the penguin because you can't eat penguins in Yoshi's Island game. He never liked the taste of them. That's why he spits them out in the game. Not because it would be monstrous for him to eat a penguin. Well, I guess it wouldn't be. He's a Is he a dinosaur or a lizard, Yoshi? He's a dinosaur? Oh, our bird class, interesting. You had the exact same question I did. Yoshi is a dinosaur. Gotcha. Oh, carrot seeds from the green part of the plant above the root. The carrot itself is the root. Okay. Right. Okay, so carrots are legit vegetables. Okay. Yoshi is a dinosaur. Okay. We're learning so much tonight. That's kind of an interesting parallel universe that Mario's in then, if dinosaurs never went extinct. It's kind of nice. Are there other types of dinosaurs? Not just Yoshis? Goemon Sama says he's a super dragon, according to the Japanese version of Super Mario World. Super Mario World takes place in Dinosaur Land. But they don't bring that up much in any other game. Oh, we do see other dinosaurs. Because in Super Mario, they have those Triceratops enemies, right? And yeah, the movie, they were all dinos. Okay. Isn't that interesting? So does that mean that in Mario's world, they didn't have, you know, that big extinction event? Yosh LFG, I probably did watch some Super Mario cartoon, but it was so long ago I don't remember. Is Bowser a dinosaur? Bowser's not. He has a turtle shell. So is he a turtle? He's a turtle, right? Rexes are dinosaurs. Bowser's a turtle thing. Oh, and maybe Dinosaur Land is a little archipelago where the dinosaurs survived. Okay. Vlad Holtzen believes Bowser's a yokai, which is like a spirit. He's a turtle, isn't he? And the Koopas are just smaller versions of that. He's a Koopa. Yash LFG says he's a Koopa. But isn't a Koopa a type of a turtle? Okay, yeah, that does look better. We've opened that area up. So let's do like a comparison really quick. What? Where's the eyeball? Where? Uh-oh. Oh, wait. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh yeah, much better. Much better. For sure. Great. Okay. It's always Sammy says he's a dragon turtle. Bowser's a dragon turtle? Okay, because he can breathe fire. Hmm. Day Voice theory is that Super Mario takes place in the Triassic. The Mushroom Kingdom refuses to share its technology with other human tribes. Koopas predate Bowser, since turtles originate in Mario Brothers, while Bowser originates in Super Mario Brothers. And It's Always Sammy believes that it's based on the Chinese dragon turtle, Bowser's. And of course, yeah, Mario's original nemesis are those barrels. Which he's supposed to be a plumber, so I don't know why he's encountering barrels all the time in his work. I don't know who's rolling barrels down sewers. Yosh LFG, you're enjoying the conversation. I'm glad. I'm enjoying it very much too. Yeah, Blowholz, and I imagine Koopa and Kappa, there is a connection to that. In fact, I did an art piece where I did kind of yokai versions of Mario characters. In fact, you know what? I have this sketch with me here. I'm going to go fetch that. I'll show you what I mean, because I made the Koopas Kappas. Okay, I'll be right back. Hold on, let me go to Big Julia. Give me one moment. I might take this opportunity to go to the washroom real quick. I will come back with the inked version of that piece, and you can see the way I kind of incorporated the myth, the Japanese legend elements into Mario World stuff. Okay, I will be right back. Don't go away. I don't have a I will be right back graphic. I don't think. Do I? Give me a second. I might. I might. Let's see here. Let's add an image. Do I have an image? BRB? Browse. Because I've made one, of course, and it's kind of disappeared now. Streaming stuff. Trailer? Nothing says be right back more than an empty chair. Oh, here I go. I do have one. All right. Okay. Yatta. Okay, we are back. Okie dokie. Oh, I need to put my ear in. Okay. Okay, here we go. Let me catch up on this. Okay. Okay, here we go. So what we have here is we have Princess Peach. There is a Japanese folktale called Momotaro. Momotaro is a peach boy, and what happens is a grandfather and a grandmother. I don't. Here's the thing. I don't even know why they're called grandfather and grandmother in the story because they don't have any grandkids or kids for that matter. So I don't know how they're called. Anyway, it's just the way they're called. So grandfather and a grandmother, they live in a little hut and they don't have any kids. And then one day a giant peach floats down the river, and the grandmother decides it would be great to eat, so she gets it out of the river, and she brings it home to her husband for dinner. And she cuts it open, and out springs a boy, a perfectly healthy baby boy, whom they raise, who is very, very strong and hardy. And I don't want to spoil the story, but yeah. So the story is like this peach boy, Momotaro. So I made Princess Peach Momotaro in this picture, where she's coming out of the peach here, and we've got Mario as the woodcutter, but he's got one of the Hammer Brothers hammers. On this side, we've got Toad offering her a fire flower. I have Goombas, but instead of Goombas, these are chestnuts, big chestnuts. Bowser is dressed like a traditional Oni, with the horns and the animal skin. And on this side, we have the Koopas. So these are water spirits who drown people, and they've got this opening at the top of their head. And the idea being is if a Kappa bothers you, you bow to him. And if you bow to him, he'll bow back because he's polite, and he'll spill the water out of his head, which will incapacitate him apparently. So that's what this is here, the Kappa Koopa. And I think that's, and the rest of it is just like regular old, Super Mario Brothers stuff. So we've got the blooper, we've got the fishy, I forget his name. And so this was for, it was in a gallery show in LA. Gallery was called like 1988 or something. And so what was cool is you can see that, I don't know if you can see this, but the shape for this is a heart shape. And you can see I just did this this is the original inked piece. I just inked it on office paper that I then taped together because I'm really classy like that. So this is the original inked piece. And then I scanned this and I colored it digitally, and I sent him the digital file, and then he printed it out on these wooden heart shapes. So I brought an inch thick wooden heart shape. And then you could name your price, and the gallery would take their cut, and you would get a cut. And so this I will show the colored one eventually, if I remember. I might tweet it or something. And mine didn't sell, so I got to have mine back. But then a friend of mine bought it from me, which was really nice. So I don't have the piece anymore, but I do have. This is the original inked piece, which is kind of cool. But yeah, there is Momotaro. But this is Princess Peach instead. Oh. That was a free Julia shows off art. Yeah, it's art brickless. It's common to call old people grandmother, grandfather, I suppose, is a term of endearment in Japan. Yes. The fishy is a cheap. Thank you. Yeah, Yosha LFG. Ah, awesome. Thank you. Yeah. I thought it was a lot of fun to do, and I of course I also have an interest in Japanese. Oh, show old published artwork. Oh, it's always Sammy has redeemed. Let's do that. Okay, so what do we have here? Okay. So one of the things I showed you guys was okay. This one. I showed I think it was last art stream potentially. I did an Art Nouveau presentation where I showed Ozma from the Oz books and how early on when I was young, seeing John R. Neal's kind of Art Nouveau style pieces of Ozma the Fairy Princess and Dorothy and Oz and all that really inspired me to love Art Deco. I mean Art Nouveau, and I did this piece kind of Art Nouveau style. So this is the Weekend Post here, and the section I got to do was this is the piece. This is on their Arts and Life section. And so I did show this piece, and I will show the piece really quickly again because I do have a slideshow for it prepared. But what's great is look at the size of this printed piece. It's really, really awesome to get a piece this large done in color in a national publication. So, oh, thanks, Jim Matt. I'm glad you like it. This is one of my favorites too. And so yeah, this. And it's for the month ahead. So you can see along this other side they talk about stuff that's happening every day of that month. And you can see I kind of did my version of like Art Nouveau, kind of floppy, irregular, hand-done lettering, which I love doing. And these are honeysuckle, which are probably from my mom's garden. You know, roses and things like that, strawberries. And I guess I can show the Art Nouveau section. Okay. Turn off Carnelian. Okay, so I think... Oh yeah, here's the piece. And here is the black and white version without color. That I did ink by hand. So this was... It's really long, so I did it over 3 or 4 pieces of office paper that I taped together. Here is the sketch. And this is the rough that I sent to the art director. One of three different roughs. So I sent her this one as well. Oops, yeah. So I sent her like three sketches at least, I think, and she picked this one. Yeah, Evil Tentacle, love that I use office paper. I know. It's like it's there, and it actually is quite nice. We get that nice office paper. We get the 24-pound office paper. Oh, Eden, when you did journalism in high school, it took what it took to do color and why it is expensive to print. Yes, it is expensive to print. It's a 4-color process. But yeah. So let's see if we can just zoom in on this or something. Oops. Okay, what is where this is? Where is this? I wanna... Oh, you know what? Can I just open up in Photoshop? 1 second. Let's go back to Photoshop. Right. Ozma. Yeah, here it is. Okay, yeah, so I can show the pencil up close. Oops. This is not a very high-res version of the pencil, but you can see the seam here. You can see the seam where I stitched it together digitally. How many seams are there? Oh, I think there's one up here. I don't like how the zoom works. It was at two or three pieces, I think, of paper. But this was done by hand in pencil. Okay. HC Willard, ahoy! Oh my goodness, thank you for the subscription. 6 months, holy cow. Oh, thank you, Jim Matt. Yeah, the color printed really well. I was actually really surprised. I was very, very pleased with how well the color did turn out. And that's what they do tell you. When doing the color, deciding what colors you're going to when you're doing the color for the illustration, you have to be mindful of what kind of paper you're printing on. So this is newsprint, which doesn't take ink all that well. So you really do have to make the colors really punchy. You got to make something high contrast. Otherwise, you risk losing detail. And also something to consider as well is how much the ink will bleed on the paper. So you can't make lines that are too fine, or like these negative lines like in her hair. This stuff, that stuff will start bleeding together if it's too fine. So these are all kind of things to keep in mind when doing illustration that's going to be printed somewhere. Magazine would be brighter color and the detail would hold better, but yeah, newsprint will bleed a little bit. Just have to be aware. Thank you guys, I'm glad you like it. So that was the redeemed old-fashioned artwork, and you did get the bonus of the lady. So, and I will dig up that at some point, hopefully, and to show that to you guys. Okay, we're gonna go back to Photoshop, which is Shift 8. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. So I was opening up the tree area here. Because, yeah, that was looking like a wall. It wasn't really looking like anything. So I'm glad we're opening it up again. Although I might want another tree back there. We'll see. I don't know what the cooldown... I think there's a 15-minute cooldown on those redemptions. But, yeah, it's just... It's so weird that a matter of just introducing some of the color in here. Oh, it's back at 50%. I must be hitting a shortcut. Just putting a little bit of that in here, a pixel or two opens it up, you know? So it's not just one shape anymore. And that really helps. Good. And it is like cross-stitching. It kind of is like digital cross-stitching. It's pretty soothing. And I mentioned at the top that, yeah, this month's Crimson Gazette came out today. I haven't tweeted about it yet because I wanted to tweet about the stream tonight, but after the stream is done, I will be tweeting that the Crimson Gazette is now out. And I'll be pinning that to my profile, so... And there's actually a really cool link to an article that I found just yesterday about crystal hunters of the French Alps hand harvesting crystals in the most treacherous seasons, and it was published in Outside Magazine online, and it's a really cool article. Oh, Deluxe Tux had a question about the Society 6 page. We're looking for the color logo t-shirt. Regular old t-shirt was not one of them. Oh, interesting. There should be. Let me I'm gonna go back to Big Julia, and I'm gonna try to find that link for you real quick right now. Because, yeah, I don't know, the Society 6 page is, it's kind of hard to find stuff. So I'm gonna find that for you now. You wanted the The color logo. Okay, I will find that. Go to my own channel. Get to Society 6. Yeah, it's not the easiest site to navigate, unfortunately. Okay. Okay, color logo t-shirt. So let's look at t-shirt. Other t-shirts. Yeah, I wish this was not like this, the way they have it. It's just not done well, some of it. It's kind of hard to find. Okay, we're gonna look at t-shirts. Oh, where is the colored one? The colored logo t-shirt. You're right. I have one, so I've ordered one and I haven't removed that design. That's strange. Yeah, I do have one. And I wouldn't have removed it. Let me look in my artist dashboard and see if I disabled it for no reason. 1 second. Sorry about the Deluxe Tux. Okay. Okay, let's view and edit products. Okay, so what products do I have for this? I don't know why that might have turned off, but I will check. It says it's on. The t-shirt is on. Why is it not displaying though? That's bizarre. Okay, I will try to resave and enable it. Pitoing, hello, it's good to see you. Yeah, we're just trying to figure out why my shop is not showing one of my products. Probably the one people would want, which is the colored logo t-shirt. Although Dan has the white logo on a black shirt, and I think that looks really cool. But what I don't understand is why the shirt... See, here it is. Okay. Here it is on a long sleeve shirt, but where is it on the short sleeve shirt? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I see it on the V-neck. That's... I don't like that at all. Wow. I have no idea the Deluxe Tux. That is strange. Let me look one more time, because maybe there's different t-shirts I should be enabling, and maybe that one disabled itself? I don't know. T-shirt on, unisex v-neck on. Oh. The PC's not charging. Am I running out of battery? What happened? Now everything is falling apart. Uh-oh. Okay, that's fine. Deluxe Tux, I have no idea. It's there. That is, I don't like that. Sorry, I wish I could tell you. But it is just not, you're right, it's just not showing up. I will make a note and I will investigate this further. Yeah. Okay, so colored logo t-shirt. 76. Okay. Yes, I will look into that and hopefully I'll be able to fix it. Because that is bizarre. That is super bizarre. Yikes. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Back to Photoshop. And we were just, yeah, we're just opening up some of these tree shapes. You know what? I think my keyboard shortcuts for OBS are changing the opacity. That's not good. I have to use different keyboard shortcuts now. Keyboard shortcuts. Well, which tab would have the keyboard shortcut for opacity? Anyone know? Because I want to disable it. Brush? There's File, Edit, Panel Menus, Tools. It's not here. Can I do a search? Is there a search? You've never looked at this menu, Blaholton. Does anyone know adjustments? Does anyone know where the opacity adjustment shortcut is so that I can disable it in Photoshop Creative Cloud? Help. Brush settings. Nope. Oh my gosh. I don't have a clue where this would be. It should... Patoying, you're checking real quick. You might not be able to. You have to be. It's a shortcut. You have to... New brush preset rename. So these don't have shortcuts yet. So that's not... It's not here. I know I'm pressing Shift 5 and Shift 8 to do it. And I wish I could search that way, but I can't. Summarize? What does summarize mean? No, we don't want that. Whatever that is. So these don't even have shortcuts. Okay, great. Because I know what I'm doing. I'm pressing Shift 5 and it's making the opacity go from 100% to 55%. Opacity. So Shift controls the opacity. I can see that, but I don't want that. Because I can't use the function keys for this, or I can't use Control 5, 6, and 7 because that just turns off and off the channels. Oh, you don't even need to use the Shift; it's just the numbers. Oh, why would they do that? I could accidentally press any one of these numbers and then have the opacity change. That's terrible. No, I don't like that. I don't want that. Can we make that stop? Deluxe Text says, random person on Reddit says it is not stoppable. I don't think it's that one you just sent with the mixer brushes and things. I don't think those are the shortcuts that I need. Oh, what you can do is add a posterized layer at the very top of your stack and set it to 4 steps. Oh my gosh. Yeah, because before in OBS I had Control 5, 6, and 7, but yeah, like I said, these ones do other things in at least I thought they did. Yeah, see, I don't want to go to different channels. That's what this does. Control 5. So what, if I do Control 6, 7, and 8, is that okay? Okay, that should be okay. As long as I don't use Control 3, 4, 5. Fine. Fine. So after this, I'm going to make a note. After today, OBS shortcuts are Control 6, Control 7, and Control 8. I'll just change it. That's all. What a hassle. Hello, gamer Jame. Is that a quote from something? Or is it a song lyric? I'll muddle through for now. Okay, so let's go to Photoshop. Andrew WK. Gotcha. I like it. I'm going to read it. Just let me switch over to Photoshop before I forget. He's a legend. The world is always ending and it's always beginning. And if we are able to keep love and a celebratory sense of making the most of what we can with what we have right now, then I think that's all we have to do. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, there's nothing like making stuff. The best is making stuff and enjoying making stuff. And welcome to chat, by the way. Welcome to the stream. Patoing says the shortcuts cannot be changed. I see. You're gonna Blaholzen's gonna try to crack open his Photoshop. Please do. Yeah, Gamer Jam. I like making stuff. I like sharing the process. And yeah, for the game, I like to invite people to, you know, when it's done, to hopefully get something out of it, you know. It seems wild they wouldn't let you change that specific option. It's okay, because the workaround for me is I'm just going to change my shortcuts. But I didn't know until tonight that when I was changing from scene to scene in OBS, it was changing the opacity and even the smoothing probably, which I don't even know what that does. So yeah, I like this opening up of this stuff here. So we're actually gonna come in here and just break up some of these shapes. $10 So we're probably gonna go to probably 10:30 or so. Probably 10:30. I think that's fair. Is there anything I didn't show that I wanted to? We're good. I think we're good. I'm just, of course, next week, hopefully will be another music streamer Dan, and I'm going to have to figure out what we're going to do for that. We'll figure something out. Maybe it'll be a sound effects stream. We haven't done one of those in a while. And it would be nice to add some sound effects to the game. Dan has a huge library of Roland MT32 effects. So that might be something we can do. But he has to set up things differently for that. Because there are some tracks that still have to get done for the game, but they're not necessarily ones, like, we don't want to stream everything. We want there to still be a track or two that can surprise people that do come to stream, you know? So, but unfortunately, Dan works a lot faster than I do, and so he's well and truly caught up with me when it comes to making stuff for the game. Well, Holst, you're not seeing anything either? Yikes. Okay, so well, today we learned that the shortcut for controlling the opacity cannot be changed in any Photoshop, apparently. At least in Creative Cloud. Probably not anywhere. It's not really a shortcut. It's a hotkey in a way, isn't it? Since it's any number. Why would they do that though? You know? Because usually the shortcuts, the hotkeys or whatever that are just one key, it's just to switch tools. Which is not a huge deal because if you switch tools, you know very quickly that you've changed the tool. But if I accidentally change the opacity by like 5 or 10%, I might not know until it's too late. Yeah, it's totally a hotkey. It shouldn't be a hotkey, am I right? Okay. There's no way to disable Control Z on a Windows machine. Yeah, it would be nice if they would let you turn that off, because I'm sure I've accidentally changed the opacity while I was doing something, and I didn't want to. You know? Yeah, and yeah, Deluxe Text, you never make mistakes so you don't need Control Z. Yeah, you wanted to free Control Z up for something else? Gah. Well, didn't we all learn something today? I mean, so many things were learned today. We learned what paint is the best to eat. We learned, you know, how to make Horcruxes or how to become a Lich. And, we learned we can do nothing about this opacity hotkey in Photoshop Creative Cloud. You know what? There's that, fellow who works for Adobe that sometimes comes to stream, and I'm gonna message him after stream. You know what? I'm gonna write this down because I'm gonna ask him about this. Great Rocket Runner, good to see you. Good evening. Oh, we learned how to eat paste. We learned what is in library paste and that it's actually fine to eat library paste, which I suspected. Okay. So I'm going to message. Okay. Regarding hotkey opacity change. Oh yeah, Patoing. Oh, absolutely crayons for sure. You're so right. And Play-Doh, absolutely. Play-Doh and crayons you can definitely eat. Probably colored chalk too, but I don't think you'd want to. Probably oil pastels, at least the ones for kids. But when we talked about what was best to eat, it's definitely the egg tempera, hands down, because that's actually got protein in it. Lucas, good to see you. Welcome back. And of course, it also depends what's used for pigments, but the pigments they would use in crayons that they know children are eating, I'm sure are safe as anything. And in fact, most pigments nowadays are exceedingly safe. You know, you're not going to find a lot of arsenic-based paint or lead-based paint in the art section. Or cadmium. Well, you'll find cadmium, I suppose, but oh, very good question. Flucus, you came back just in time. How has the new Creative Cloud been performing, or have you gone back to your beloved Creative Suite? We're currently using Creative Cloud, and we all have a problem with the fact that if you look at the opacity up on the toolbar, the opacity can too easily be changed if you accidentally press a number button. Which I have been doing. I found this by accident because my OBS shortcuts were shift plus something, but apparently you can just press a number key and completely change your opacity on the fly, which is not good if you're using a limited color palette where you want all the colors to be a certain, 100% all the time. So that's not good. And we're trying to figure out how to not let this happen, and no one's come up with a solution yet. So Flukas, if you have any insight on this whatsoever, we would welcome it. But I will be messaging someone who works for Adobe about this and asking him. Oh yeah, you're right. We can just remove the number keys from the keyboard. I can, I can just take a butter knife and fill these holes. Just get rid of the switches. You're right. Brilliance. It would work. We didn't ask anything else besides would it work. And you're right, it would. Hunter 1043 says use Krita. That would also work. Sting1_JP, thanks for weighing in. Get rid of those fingers. You guys are full of great ideas. Oh, interesting. Jim Matt, you say, not sure if they've been able to synthesize new pigments that would have concentration and density as real cadmium. Maybe the fact you can still buy tubes of yellow cadmium, red cadmium is evidence that using the fake stuff, you've used the fake stuff and it just doesn't spread as far. Yeah, it's not as good. It's not as good. Some things they have gotten that are vastly superior, but I think the cadmiums are kind of a hard one not to have. Stuff like ultramarine with lapis lazuli, they have synthesized something. I don't know if it's as good, but it's way cheaper. Cadmium is just one of those things, I guess. So you bought yellow and red cadmium recently, then? And does it come with like a big skull and crossbones on it? Or did they ask to see ID? Oh, do they really ask you for ID to buy cadmium paint? Do you get carded? Pink paint, I don't know if pink paint is safe to eat, but I bet the blacks are safe to use. Mars black, lantern black, those are all carbon-based black, so carbon's safe to eat completely. Black is totally fine. Squid ink is black, anything. The shellac might not be safe to eat in India ink, but black pigment is mostly safe. Pink paint, rose matters, pink, it's not very light fast. I don't know if there's anything expensive that would be light fast. Aw, Lucas, you've got a tiny runt of a litter boy cat. Oh, sweet cats are the best. Dido was a sweet cat. Vanta Black. Black holes in your thinking. Yeah, I don't know if Vanta Black's safe to eat. It's all those carbon nanotubes. I don't want to think of what they're doing to somebody's body if you eat those. We're not meant to eat carbon nanotubes. Pretty sure. Oh, Patoing, shellac is safe to eat? Okay, so then you can eat India ink, I guess. Unless you have an allergy. Fair enough. I guess that you could say that of just about, anything. Shellac, oh yeah, shellac isn't used in food, you're right. Yeah, you're right. How could we forget? Yeah, like carmine coloring and stuff. Those little bugs. Mousemas, have you missed anything? Well, we still are wrestling with the opacity hotkey. The hotkey being all the numbers from 1 to 0 on the toolbar. And it's ridiculous because look what I do. Okay, so what's amazing about this hotkey with the numbers? Okay, So here it is. I'm not even in that screen, right? And so I press 6, it becomes 60. I press 4, it becomes 40. But if I press them close together, like if I press 5 and then 6 quickly, it becomes 56. If I press 3, I get 30. 95 if I press 9 and 5. It's fantastic, isn't it? It's fantastic. If I wait a bit, and if I press 2, I get 20. Press 3 twice, I get 33. Oh, the drawing progress? Okay, we've made a little bit of drawing progress. I'm breaking up the shapes of the trees with some of this background so that it doesn't look as much of like a pattern. That's what we've been doing. We've talked about eating more inedible things. Yes, my husband is, as far as you know, you can't disable them. Have to use separate Windows tool like auto hotkey. We've talked about eating shellac. Yeah, this should let you lock opacity. What is this? What is this? What is this thing beside the opacity thing? The opacity drop down. What is this pencil with a circle in the middle? Is that lock? No. What is that? It doesn't do anything. What is this? Okay, we do have some options. Pulled string mode, stroke catch up. Okay, what's this? What are these keys? What is this? What are these? Hover over them. Always use pressure for opacity. When off, brush preset controls pressure. Okay, this one. Always use pressure for size. When off, brush preset. Okay. Okay, what is this? There's too many things here. What is this? Oh. Brush settings. Shape dynamic. Okay. There's no opacity there. Okay. Patoing. You seem to be very highly knowledgeable, Patoing. I appreciate it. Okay, so that's what that is. Okay. Great. What is this house button? Home. What is home? Oh, okay. This thing. Right. No one likes that. Okay, that's home. Okay. Okay, and this butterfly is set symmetry options for painting. Interesting. Okay, no. Set the brush. This is, oh, interesting. You use Photoshop quite a bit. Yeah, this home, I'm not very fond of the home thing. Okay, great. Oh, I don't know that song, Flucus. Home is wherever I'm with you. I don't know that one. Yeah, Patoing, when you start talking about hex searching, yeah. My solution is just a workaround. Yeah, I'm gonna just change my my Photoshop shortcuts. I'm not gonna fight it. I'm also gonna contact the Adobe fellow and ask him about that. Maybe they'll make it a feature. Maybe they'll make it an update in Creative Cloud. You never know. You never know. Because of us. Home is where Wi-Fi connects automatically. That's beautiful, Mousimus. Oh. Oh, Windows 10 does not like cheat engine. I do have Windows 10. Who does that song? Lucas, from what you're reading, numbers either affect opacity on brushes or layers, depending on which tool you have selected. Oh, that does make it worse. Wow. No, that's terrible. No, that's really scary. Right now, my layer has not changed, so that's good. Yikes. No, I'm just an artist. I don't know how to fiddle with that stuff. Oh, Deluxe Tux use Cheat Engine, and you have no problems with Windows 10. Yeah, I just want the stuff to work. That's pretty much all I want. And I don't need to I don't need to conquer a Photoshop. I just need I'll do my workaround and everything will be fine. But I will ask because you know it is a bit of a weird thing that they don't. It's really unsettling though. You could press a button by accident and get something that you can change without not really knowing that you changed it. Oh, Fluke is interesting. You're finding lots of requests to disable this feature with no response. Oh, nice. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, you can use Cheat Engine to speed hack games, so for mobility issues it also can help too. You guys are the best. You guys are the best. That's why I enjoy, oh, you know what? Speaking of, that's why I enjoy going through the Creative Cloud stuff with you guys, because when I get stuck on something, I can go, help, I don't know what to do. And then you guys look on, and it's like having live tech support. Why don't we have about 10 minutes left. I'm going to do 5 minutes of the Toulouse-Lautrec poster, see how far I get. I need to save this somewhere else. Because I said I might fiddle with that, so why don't we do that? Let's do that. Oh, what happened? Oh no, it collapsed it into two things. I didn't want that. Well, I'll use this. I'll just use the same colors as I have here. I don't even know where to begin. All right. Is that those are the dimensions? You don't say. Okay, I guess they are. Why don't we start with the base yellow? We're gonna do one real quick. What resolution is this? Oh, that's way too big. Let's go to 20%. Wow, still way too. 20% of that. It's not. That's not high enough resolution to make this different. Let's take it to 400. Okay. Oh, you know what I did? I did with the other one. That'll do. Speed painting. We're going to do a quick speed painting. Yes, and the reference, I picked this reference for that exact reason. So why don't we... It actually does work really well in EGA. Where am I going to start? Let's use a bigger brush. In fact, we're going to need that brown. Do the brown first. Oh, not contiguous. What? Okay. Yeah, if only working on the game uh, happened that quickly. Why is... Okay. There's a bit of lag still here. You could find no way to disable the number and adjust opacity key settings other than hacking ways to do it or using third-party software. Thank you, Flucus, for looking. I do appreciate it. Why is there an offset here? What is that? It's very strange. There's a little bit of lag here, but it's still better than what I was experiencing with CS2. So that's nice. That's nice. No, Flucus, I really do appreciate it. Looking up tech solutions is not my favorite thing in the world, so if anyone is just helps at all with that, I really do appreciate it. Because I'm not a techie person. I know enough to make the Crimson Diamond. That is all I can do. Yeah, already we're gonna have some issues here. I've run out of space, so we're gonna have to rescale some stuff, which is fine. Yes, this is what I get for pixelating in Photoshop. Offset. I didn't know there was an offset filter. I've never used the offset filter. Infinitely scrolling texture. That's intriguing to me. Yeah, it was doing something very strange though. But it might have just been me trying to work too fast or something. So that's good for CG. Let's see this guy's head. Yeah, I don't. I often. No, I have no scrolling actually in anything. Let's see this. What can we do with this guy's? Oh, you know what? I have tried H-Sprite before Crit Rocket Runner. I have tried it, and I do like a lot of the tools in it. I just always keep coming back. Just always keep coming back. I know there's Krita, I know there's GIMP. There's all kind of good stuff. And I just let myself fall back into it. Is that not a closed shape? Be a closed shape. I don't know what CYC is. I want to finish this up real quick. That other guy is not in here though. The lady seems to be holding the man tighter in the EGA version. Yes, she is. I'm gonna have to move his head back. We're doing this rather quick. Let's. And of course, I did everything on the same layer, so I don't even have an eraser right now. I'm just doing this. But we're gonna. Great. Ugh. Pick the right color. Clip Studio Paint is good for painting work in comics. Yeah, I know. I get used to something, you know, and then and overall, I don't have that very many problems with the Creative Cloud stuff. It's pretty decent. Okay, we're gonna. I know it's almost 10:30. I just want to finish this because the best tool is a tool you know. It's true. Maybe maybe one day I won't be a foot. Why is his head like that? What have I done? What is the problem here? Oh, you're DNA based using Clip Studio. Sweet. Oh, Patoying, yeah, the subscription is not my favorite. So yeah, I use CS2 for everything else, except for streaming Photoshop. Yeah, artistic coolies. Yeah, if I was doing this the smart way, I would probably do what you're saying. Transparent layer over the original just to get the basic space of everything, and then just do the rest freehand. Yes. Oh no, I agree with you. I'm definitely not doing this the best way. Um, I'm trying to be like super sloppy everything by eye way, which is his head is I gotta is it the angle, the size? His head is really far back. I'm gonna move that. Flucus, thank you so much for your help. I appreciate it. Good to see you. Have a good night. Yeah, curve of the back is different. Yeah, we're not gonna get too hung up on a lot of this stuff. But I will be just moving him back because I think his head is also too high. Oh no. Yeah, we're just doing the super sloppy. Yeah, I wanted to do something just the charm is the key. That's exactly what you're saying. Um, that's what I was looking for. I did one the other day with a different ad, and it's just fun to make them just to see how close you can get by just trying to go super fast. Kind of looks like a mess. Oh, why wouldn't I? Looks a bit like I'm just using I'm using the non-anti-alias brush right now, so it's kind of probably why. His face is this is working a little bit, and then I want to fit the other guy in, so that's something else we'll have to figure out. And then we'll call it a night. But yeah, I just when I got started on this, I kind of want to. His head is really tiny on mine. We might just leave it like that. close enough. It's not going to be perfect. Do I think do I think the original artist drew from real models? For this, it's hard to say with this one. These do look based, at least the man here looks to me based on somebody. I think Toulouse-Lautrec, I feel like, well, I know that Toulouse-Lautrec, you would go to brothels and use them as life painting models, life drawing models. So you see a lot of his sketches and stuff would be like that. So I do know he did work from life, but I don't know if this particular piece would have been. Just a light gray. The third wheel got cut in the reshoot. Artistic coulisses. The angle on the man does look quite intricate. I feel like the man's face as it is, I think probably is real. I think the woman looks a bit stylized, and of course the third man. But yeah, oh no, we're not done yet. We're gonna fit that third guy in here. We will. Don't you worry about that. Thought the guy was wearing a pip. We're gonna just scale the heck out of this, and it's gonna be fine. That's what we're doing, and then we're gonna totally cheat. And then we'll find someone to rate. I'm just getting carried away because it's fun to do this. I don't know why. Okay, we're gonna get that third wheel going. You can see the interpolation at the top there as well without going into the settings. When doing a transform, really? Look at all these fun things up here. Who even knows what all this does? Oh no, did I just do something? No, don't do that. Okay, let's put this other guy in here. Engage third wheel. It's kind of weird. What? Gray. Yes, Mustache McRedhead is back. Yeah, we can't not have him. Yeah, this piece actually, yeah, is quite a nice one for color we've got going. And I always kind of have loved this piece, even without it kind of being EGA. It's just fun. The color, I mean, I love this warm red color, just in general. I might need to resize this again. Running out of space. Well, we might just leave it like this. What is that? Is this just the leg that I'm... Why? I could just be trying to do this too quickly. I might be dragging that and creating that offset. When do you do dithering or dithering shading? Is there a particular science to it, or do you eyeball it until things look right? When I do dithering, no, I eyeball it until it looks right. Either way, yeah, just trying different dithering combinations, coming back to it, and yeah, that's my method. Looking at how it's done, in other places. Yeah, I don't have a real system going. Wow, this guy's head is not doing it. Let's make it bigger. Ooh, Masters, there's an auto dithered fill in Ace Bright. Oh, Deluxe Tux, have a great night. Thanks you for coming as usual. It's always good to see you. Yeah, I like some of that dithering stuff that that Ace Bright does. And I like their pixel perfect setting. I think that's really cool. Yeah, Ace Bright has a lot of cool stuff in it. And I like their animation settings too. Those are cool. This guy, I'm not getting him. Not even in this not very nice way of doing it, I'm not getting him. Spray can dithering. Oh, like an MS Paint. Yeah, these types of things I enjoy being able to do so much. And when I was doing illustration, it would be something where I would figure out the composition, and then I would kind of trace it lightly, and then go back and finish it nice with pencil or something. Because it's so easy to just get this stuff perfect now. Well, not perfect, but fiddling with sketches forever, just trying to get exact proportions and composition. And I've always kind of been a big composition person, so being able to fiddle with it like that and experiment with things digitally is good and bad. I don't have the head needs to be tilted, so let's tilt the head and then we'll leave him alone. And I just want to get into that lettering. We'll probably take it to 11. Yes, Cosmigo promotion. Patoing, I think that was mentioned. I don't know if it was mentioned by you or someone else in chat, but I did look it up. Oh, cool. DNA Beast, your A-Spread Ego Dither plugin. That's also cool that there can be plugins. This guy's head is... It's one of those things. I won't leave it alone. Oh, and you can make dither brushes for Photoshop? I've never, yeah, I kind of just do that stuff by hand. I could probably save a lot of time doing it a different way. Alright. I'm totally gonna leave him alone after this, promise. It's not worth it. I'm never gonna do anything with this. Why am I fiddling with it? Yes. Just keep going. Let's keep going. I'm not... It's got all this weird stuff on this. This goblet is weird. This plate is weird. I love this table, actually. Let's just knock this out. Oh, it's a scale issue again. Yeah, I love the sketchiness of the stuff on this table. There's a lot to like here. I don't join this selection up that well. Okay, the cup does look like the Holy Grail. Great Rocket Runner. I guess this is one of those good exercises, and let's not try to make this perfect, let's just try to finish it. Not everything has to be perfect, or even close to perfect. What is on his plate? It doesn't look edible. It looks like a badge. Don't eat that. Eat some library paste. It's not good for you. Soup? Artistic Ulysses? I don't know, this little thing on his plate, it just looks like he's eating like a police officer's badge or something. I don't know what this is. Don't eat it. It's a coat of arms on a plate. Yeah, that's exactly what I think. It's always Sammy. And he's got a weird, this knife is weird too. It's got a hook on the end. I love how weird it is. It says number 15 on this fork. Oh, it's a design on the plate. You're right. I was always saying I did not see that at all. Good call. It's kind of a weird thing to include, isn't it? Considering. Yeah, I think the lag is making that offset happen. Hey, Fractal Mind Mike, good to see you. Artistic Ulysses, this poster? All we're doing is taking this Toulouse-Lautrec poster from the boudoir and the original and just trying to do a quick EGA version of it for no reason other than just to do something fun. And also practicing with Creative Cloud and learning together about the things we can and can't do with it. Yeah, Fractal Mind Mike, a few weeks back, Fractal Mind Mike played the demo on stream, which was awesome to see. So I actually should shout you up, Fractal Mind Mike. Forget I can do that sometimes. Fractal Mind. Is that a real? I hope I spelled that correctly. I hope that goes to the right place. Okay, all that remains is the lettering, which I will put on its own layer. And then we will call it. We'll find someone to raid. And like I said, next week hopefully will be Dan. I will confirm with Dan. Oh, what the original was made for. Well, it says here, Queen of Joy by Victor Joes. It looks like it's all in all libraries. So is this like is chez tous les libraires? So this is, I guess, an ad for a book or something? Does anyone know? Question. Where are this guy's hands? Good question. Oh, okay, Rasmus, yes, it is a book poster. Yes, yeah. So it's for a book. I need to make that a different color. That's not working. Oh, let me quickly check. Oh crap, I'm opening up Adventure Game Studio by accident. Amberzine, thank you for giving... Oh my gosh, thank you for giving out subs. Fantastic. And I'm not opening up... Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I have a problem. I won't be able to read this lettering. Ha! It's a book poster about nightlife. Yeah, thank you for gift subscribes, Amberzine. That's awesome. Well, that's true. I should say if I type look poster, I should show the one I was just doing right now. Patoing, I do 50% dither patterns. I actually don't really do any other style of dither pattern in Crimson Diamond, but I have done other types of dither patterning by hand in Space Warlord Organ Trading Simulator, which is supposed to be released, I guess it says sometime this year on the Steam page. Yeah, so I've done some experiment with that by hand. The Space Warlord Organ Trading Simulator, portraits are like 50 by 50, so I do a little bit of like hand dithering for other percentages, but there's no official like application stuff where I kind of blanket apply anything, because usually the closest I can do to approximating percentage dither patterns on a 50 by 50 is just doing like 1 pixel or 2 pixels like that to give the effect. Yeah, Evil Tentacle, I love it. Oh my gosh, that looks great. Oh, thanks, Musically Inspired. I'm glad you like it. Oh, 2x2 canvas. Make it 50% dither, like black pixel top bottom. You can use it like a brush or paint dither on any color. That, yeah, this is the type of stuff where that's the super advanced stuff that really smart people figure out. And that sounds really good. Oh, Musically Inspired, thank you. I'm glad you like the authenticity. I do it because it's fun. And yeah, now that I think about it, wouldn't it be funny if this is the examined close-up you get for the other poster? You can make selections and do pattern layers. I like the 2x2 canvas, 50% dither. That's really cool. Actually, I'm gonna write this down really quick. 2x2 canvas, 50% dither, black, top left, bottom right. Interesting. Other two white. Edit. I've never used the define pattern stuff in practice. I think we probably covered it a bit in school. Use as brush. Yeah, I like that. I like the idea of using it as a brush instead of having it as pattern layers, I think. Okay, so let's just quickly just finish this lettering and then call it. It'll be just in time. And I'll try to make this bolder. Yeah, I love this type of lettering where it's just really loosey-goosey. And it's not going to be as legible on mine as his. I might have to cheat and make this a completely different color. Thank you, Artistic Ulysses. I'm not using pen pressure. When I was doing the pixel art stuff for the old man and the fish in the bucket, I wasn't using pixel pressure because it's a pixel by pixel type of thing. This I really should be, but I'm not. So that's a good point. Yeah, I'm not using the pressure really right now. Oh, nice. Victor. And I'm gonna cheat and I'm gonna make this. I love the J's in this. Maybe that's why I like it. This is a great looking J. Joe's. Chez tous les libraires. Nice. What a very French poster. And someone made a comment about how appropriate would this actually be to be in Margot's boudoir. Well, I don't know. Yeah, see, the J's are great. The A is also absolutely gorgeous. I do my A's like that, actually. I consciously made the decision to make A's like that. And I'm going to cheat and make this lettering dark red to make it stand out because it's not standing out. You're a thrust burst patoing. Cool. First of all, I love the name. And thank you for coming to chat. That's awesome. I love your high knowledgeableness on Photoshop and your tendency not to be lazy like me, and you actually learned how to use other things in it. That's fantastic. Okay, so I think we're gonna... Here's our 3 versions. Here's my 2 versions of this piece. Next to Toulouse-Lautrec's version, you know, it's not bad. Okay, okay, you've been doing pixel art professionally since 2005. That's awesome. I've only started doing pixel art. Well, I did it. I started doing it hobby-wise, maybe 2010-ish, but like very, very infrequently. And digital art before that, that's awesome. Yeah, I was a freelance illustrator before doing game dev stuff. So I did digital art kind of, but I also did silkscreen print things like that. Pixel art high society, nice. Thank you. I appreciate you being here and helping out and giving me tips and stuff. Yeah, I never really tried to streamline my processes by learning how to do things a cool and efficient way. I just usually brute force stuff. So thank you for coming. I appreciate it. Oh, no, yeah, it's super helpful. I did make a note of the pattern because that pattern brush, I like the idea of brushes like that. But I'm glad. No, yeah, I'm glad you guys. Hold on, let me just one last look at it before we sign off. Yeah, fun to do, super quick, some finagling, but we got there. We got there. Okay, so thank you guys so much for coming as usual. This is always a blast to do. It's fun to hang out. Got a little bit of work done after all. I make fun of Dan, but he gets way more done on stream than I do. Oh, thanks. Yeah, it's a color theme, and I don't know. You can't really tell in this lighting, but it's got this beautiful patterning kind of that I quite like. This is one of my favorite colors, actually. I live the EGA. I live the EGA. Yeah, yeah. Again, if you can see it, it's very. Here we go. And there's the lipstick. Oops, you don't want to see that. Alright. Let us find someone to raid. And yeah, like, hopefully next week music stream, we'll see. And I have so much fun being on those with Dan because I can sit back and let him work. Yeah, you know what, Patoing, it's funny you say that because I do on my Society 6 page I have some pixel art wallpaper stuff that I think can be there might even be some wallpaper decals or whatever they're called. Yes, plenty of distraction blaming to go around. Who are we looking at here to raid? Dan was looking for people, you know, he starts looking for anyone streaming Crimson Diamond or anything. No one is streaming it. Just to find someone completely different. Thank you, Patoing. Thank you so much for that. I will check. I will definitely check. This is the hardest part of the night, you guys, is figuring out who we're gonna raid. So I checked Crimson Diamond. I should check Colonel's Bequest, right? No one is streaming Colonel's Bequest. Yeah, I do have some EGA dither pattern. I love making wallpaper patterns, pixel art. Corruption Within, good idea, Edenwaith. Corruption Within. No one is doing Corruption Within. Oh, someone had done it previously, 2 days ago. Okay. No, that was a really good one though. Good suggestion. Who else could there be? What other game do you guys want to see if anyone's playing tonight? Space Quest? We'll see. We'll see what's going on. Any kind of Space Quest. No one is streaming Space Quest right now. of any kind. What is another mystery game? Inspector Waffles. No, no one currently. Quest of Glory 2. Ren is doing King's Quest. Is Ren doing King's Quest right now? Wow. Do you mean to tell me that Ren is not playing La Mulana right now? Is it the same Ren? Wow, okay. Ren is playing King's Quest 6. The very fact that he's not playing La Mulana tonight, I think that means we have to rate him, right? La Mulana is an erase phrase there. What is it? What is an erase phrase? Am I not supposed to say it? Okay, well, we don't have to say that, but we will rate him because he's doing King's Quest 6. Vote for Ren. Okay. Thank you, 11043, for the warning. Fractal Mind Mike, thank you for stopping by. It's always good to see you. I know it's tricky because of the time difference, but yeah, I can't believe you basically finished the demo from beginning to end in a very timely fashion. You're a pro. You're ultra pro. Patoing, thank you for coming by. It's good to see you. I love to see a fellow artist. Someone who knows more than me is always welcome here. Absolutely. Let's see, the Renaissance. Their Renaissance. I always worry about not spelling that correctly. Their NES ants is how I do it. Davor is always good to see you. There. Did I spell that right? Okay, good. Phew. Okay, when I see the little his little icon pop up. Blaholzen, have a great night. Thank you again. It's always good to see you too. And for the helping with the Creative Cloud and looking up stuff. That stuff, yeah, it always flusters me. And I know there's a lot of people out there that know a heck of a lot more than I do about it, so I appreciate that. Next week, we'll see you guys next week, and I'll get to sit back and let Dan do his thing, hopefully. Looks like the bus is full, so we will do the rating, and I'll see you guys over there. Okay, have a great night. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Let's do this.